right, we got breaking news in the NBA. Bradley Beal joined the Clippers, and Dame Lillard back to the Blazers. Shout out to Chris Smooth, man. They been hating on Chris Smooth past few days, man.
Bradley
Is this a fake
Beal
video?
will be joining the Los Angeles Clippers.
And talking crazy about Chris Smooth, man.
The Lakers, the Clippers. And we really have to pay attention to what the Clippers are doing because they picked up a lot of nice pieces.
Chris Smooth got to get in his first beef.
They got John Collins.
He got to get in his first beef.
Collins is an actual power forward. For the last several seasons, they've been playing Batum. They've been playing Kawhi down there, Paul George. Obviously, those players, they can play power forward, but they're not power forwards. So now that they have Collins, Lopez, you still got Zubac.
Oh, sorry, they got Lopez.
Been bullying a lot of teams. They got a big lineup. And then Bradley Beal giving you buckets off the bench. That could be a real problem. Remember,
Bradley Beal's coming off the bench?
That first round in the playoffs, it was a good series. They lost, but they put up a good fight. So now you're looking at their roster. This might be enough for them to have won that series, and then we don't know what happens in those playoffs because Kawhi, he was healthy come playoff time.
Yeah,
he's gonna be doing some load management.
Still gonna be a second round exit, bro. First round exit, if not the first round. They get past the first round, they ain't getting past the second round. Unfortunately,
but if he
that's just how the Clippers are. History tells us.
Shows up in the
We're gonna
playoffs,
go back out history. Go back and look at history.
It does look dangerous. So Lakers fans, you got to get into the comments section. How do you feel about this? Clippers fans, do you think that Beal takes you to the next level? Everybody else, what are you thinking about this pickup? We know that the Suns are relieved because they've been trying to get rid of Beal for a while, but it's so difficult because he has the no trade clause. So now they got rid of him finally.
And his contract.
I'm sure it's a relief for them, even though with all the trades they've made and all the draft picks they lost, the recovery, it's going to be crazy, but at least they're finally putting this behind them. And I still don't trust the Clippers because they've let us down so many times, but I am paying attention because this does look like a problem. On paper, it looks dangerous.
All right, now Dame news.
Wow. What
Dame Dollar back in Portland, man.
Story. Damian Lillard. After getting stretched and waived by the Milwaukee Bucks, that was a shocker. The way that all unfolded. After his injury, he's going to have to recover from that injury. Everybody's wondering where would he go. He's actually going to go back home to the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 3-year deal, $42 million. So this upcoming season, he's going to be earning $70 million. And then over the next 2 years, he's going to have a salary of $141 million. Wow. And when the Bucks waived him, it came out that Lillard, he wanted to rehab back at home with his family, and they didn't really want him to do that. So they were clashing there, the player and the franchise, but now he's going back home. And it's crazy because he wanted to get out of Portland. They never did a good job.
We want to go to Miami, though. That's the thing. They said, nah, we're going to send you where we want to send you. But the thing is, usually that don't happen to players that, you know, saying that legacy players. Dame's a legacy player for the Trailblazers. So when a legacy player asks out, they ask him, what team do you want to get traded to? And we'll trade you there. But then Portland was like, nah. We going to trade wherever we want to trade you to. And they got Drew Holiday back. They ain't got Drew Holiday back in return. Then they traded Drew Holiday. And now Drew Holiday's on the Blazers again. What did he do? They got Damian Lillard and Drew Holiday.
Team around him, so he wanted to go to a contender. And unlike a lot of other superstar players that have been able to go exactly where they wanted to go, so many stars like James Harden acting up with the franchise, forcing their way.
And Jimmy Butler.
Want to go. He didn't get to do that. He didn't get to go to the Miami Heat. That's the team he wanted to go to. It didn't quite happen that way. He goes to the Bucks. It wasn't really a success with the Bucks. So now he's going back home. I don't think we've ever seen that. We haven't really seen a player leave a franchise and then go back the way that Lillard is going back. So that's
where Russ going to be next. Russell Westbrook's going to be next.
Very interesting. And what's funny is that Drew Holiday and Damian Lillard, now they're going to be teammates because they got traded for each other.
I just said that.
Drew just got sent to the Blazers. And now Lillard is going back. Wow. Get in the comments section. We got to hear from Celtics fans. We got to hear from all of the teams that were rumored to get Lillard because his situation with that wave and stretch, he could have gone to a lot of different teams. It could have been dangerous too if he joins your team, but now he's going back to the Blazers. I don't think the Blazers are going to be winning anything. But Blazers fans, get in the comment section as
Coach
well.
Dame.
What are you thinking about
Dame's going to be a coach.
this? Lillard leaving and coming back. How do you feel?
Hey, man. Sometimes the grass ain't always greener. What do you do? So, yeah, I get meaner.
So they have agreed to a contract buyout. Now he's headed to Los Angeles. What are the details of this deal with the Clippers?
Malika, I'm told Bradley Beal gave up almost $14 million to buy out of the Phoenix Suns. And
You know, only 2 years, $11 million, bro. Teams would have been lining up for Bradley Beal, bro. If he was on that contract with the Suns, they would have been lining up for him.
joined the Los Angeles Clippers 2 years.
He was like the third option, averaging like 17, 18 a game as a third option.
$11 million. His deal will have a player option.
Bradley Beal can still
next
hoop, y'all.
summer, so
He can still hoop.
One of the top free agents next offseason. But this is someone that had $110 million left on his contract over the next 2 years. Obviously, did not work out in Phoenix. It was a failed 2-year experiment with Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. And so over the last few weeks, Bradley Beal, his representative Mark Bartelstein, they've been talking and meeting with several teams around the league. Aside from the Clippers, we've seen the Bucks, the Lakers, Warriors, Timberwolves.
Damn.
All were involved here in this process. But Bradley Beal this morning decided to sign with the Clippers and team up with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden.
The Bucks,
He's a second round
the
exit at the
Lakers,
most.
the Golden State Warriors, and yet the
They get
Los
into second
Angeles
round at the
Clippers,
most.
Shams,
No
the
farther
team
than
that
that.
prevails here. What was so attractive to Bradley Beal about joining LA?
Here's something interesting. I'm told James Harden was a focal point in recruiting Bradley Beal internally, but also speaking directly to Beal and his camp. And the Clippers really view Bradley Beal as a perfect fit alongside Kawhi Leonard.
He's out here
and James
recruiting,
Harden,
bro,
being
like he was
able
back on the Rockets. Remember, he was recruiting like crazy when he was on the Rockets.
to shoot
And rightfully so,
50%
but he shouldn't be
from
doing
the
no
field.
respectfully, Hard. You shouldn't be doing no recruiting to the Clippers, bro. Not that what you did the last time you played in an NBA game.
40% from three-point
But other than that, yeah.
range last season.
Good pickup,
He
Clippers.
shot career
Whoop
highs in
you.
2-point field goals as well as at the rim last season. And so this is a player that has 3-time All-Star experience. He's a former All-NBA player as well. They see him as a natural, seamless fit at the starting shooting guard position after the
Yeah, that's what I said. After Chris Musa, he was coming off the bench. He got to be
trade of
starting,
Norman
bro.
Powell.
Yeah, it's sort of a clear role.
Dude gave up $40 million just to come off the bench. He did that in
slots
Phoenix.
into for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shams, thank you so very much for that insight as we bring it back here inside our studio.
All right. So we got both perspectives, from Chris Smooth's perspectives and ESPN perspectives.
Lillard is headed back to Portland on a 3-year, $42 million deal. Remember 2 years ago when he wanted out of Portland? Then he got traded to the Bucks, and now after being waived by Milwaukee with an opportunity to go anywhere he wanted, Damian Lillard is heading back to where he started. For more on this huge news, we now welcome in Shams Charania. Shams, this is one of the more surprising stories, at least to me. Dame Lillard left Portland about 2 years ago to pursue a championship. Now he's going back to a Portland team that's not quite on that championship path just yet. So why did he decide to go back?
Ryan, being home in Portland, being back with his 3 kids was by far the biggest, most important factor in Damian Lillard deciding to return and re-sign with the Trailblazers. He was going to spend the year rehabbing his Achilles tear in the Portland area anyways. So returning to the Blazers franchise, even though he requested a trade just 2 years ago, was something he deeply cared about. And Boston, Minnesota, dozens of other teams had minimum and mid-level exception offers out to Damian Lillard in the last several weeks. But I'm told Lillard, as well as Joe Cronin, the Blazers GM, head coach Chauncey Billups, they all met at Damian Lillard's home in recent weeks and figured out how they were going to bond and reunite and move forward on a deal. 3 years, $42 million. He has a player option in the 3rd year as well. And now him and LeBron, the only players in the NBA now with a
Oh, he has a no-trade clause?
full no trade clause. And next year, Ryan, Damian Lillard will make $70 million between his Bucks and Blazers
With the
salaries.
no-trade clause,
In the next
damn.
2 years, he'll be at 100.
They love each other, bro. They Dame, don't leave. Don't ever leave again, Dame. Y'all, the Trailblazers love you. You love the Trailblazers. Y'all stay together.
Combined in salaries.
Wow.
They giving a
That
no-trade
is
clause.
huge. And you know what? I know a lot of times we say, hey, people should be championship or bust, I can certainly understand the idea of wanting to return home to where your family is. So what's the timeline for Dame's return?
Ryan, Damian Lillard is expected to use the entire 2025-26 season to rehab the Achilles tear and then return for the Portland Trail Blazers, make his reunion and return in that arena in 2026-27 ahead of a player option that he'll have the summer of 2027. So now Damian Lillard is going to be in Portland. He'll be able to rehab there, spend time in the community there, be a young a leader for a young roster.
Yeah, be a coach.
And Portland was 22-18 to end last season. They were a top 5 defensive team as well. And so this is a team that's clearly rebuilding, retooling. And think, just 2 years ago, they traded Damian Lillard for Jrue Holiday. Then they traded Jrue Holiday away for more assets. Now they have Damian Lillard, Jrue Holiday, and all these players and assets they've been able to build up and deepen this team.
That is a great point. This is a team on the come up, and now they got Dame Lillard in the fold. Shams, thanks so much with the latest on Dame. Appreciate it.
Ryan, going to be exciting to see him back out there when he's healthy.
All right. Shout out to Dame, man. Get your bread. Get to stay with your family. You go to an organization that loves you, and you love them. Grass ain't always greener, so you gotta be meaner.